Good day, class. Welcome to the third session. In this session, we will briefly look at how to draft writing and signing and edit it to improve clarity and correctness. Some forms of communication require critical thinking and research when planning and preparing the document. Let us briefly look at two strategies for planning, which are brainstorming and mind mapping. Brainstorming is a method of generating new ideas. It is conducted by a group of people who meet to generate ideas around a specific area of interest. Brainstorming can be used for a number of reasons, such as determining possible causes or solutions to problems, planning out the steps of a project or assignment, and lastly, developing a new product, process, or idea. Brainstorming motivates and develops teams because it involves all the members of a team and they work together to find a good solution or idea. One needs to structure a brainstorm and have rules in order for it to function properly. The first step to brainstorming is choosing a leader and a recorder. The second step is to define the problem or idea that will be brainstormed. The third step would be to set rules for the brainstorm session, which should include giving the leader control of the session, allowing every member to participate, keeping peace between the members, recording all points unless they are being repeated, and you should have a deadline for the session. Once the rules are set, you may begin with your brainstorming session, ensuring that everyone is given an opportunity to speak. The aim is to get as many ideas as possible. Therefore, no suggestions should be criticized, and everyone should feel comfortable to speak. The leader will say when the session is over, after everyone has been given a chance to speak. After the brainstorming session, you need to review and evaluate the ideas. The evaluation process is to look for similar or repeated ideas, grouping similar concepts together, getting rid of responses that do not fit in with the concept. After you have narrowed down your list, you need to discuss the remaining ideas as a group and implement an action plan with the roles and due dates for different tasks. Mind maps can be used for a number of reasons, such as teaching and giving presentations, creative thought and problem solving, writing, and a lot of other things that might require planning. Mind mapping involves writing down a central idea and thinking up new and related ideas which come from the center. By focusing on key ideas written down in your own words and then looking for branches out and connections between the ideas, you are mapping knowledge in a manner which will help you understand and remember new information. Research is the process of collecting information on a specific topic and using that information to serve a specific purpose. Research is a process that involves identifying and evaluating sources for your research, using the right methodology to implement the correct research tools regularly for monitoring new sources, to replace sources which are no longer relevant, applicable, or available. Research is made up of three main steps, which are collection of information, analysis of information, and interpretation of information. When conducting research planning, one should keep a few factors in mind which will impact the way your research is conducted, and these factors include a clear problem definition, well-defined context, good documentation, and effective management. After you have decided on your research methodology, then you need to consider the research tools that you will need to use to conduct your research, which could be surveys, focus groups, or through simulations. There are a number of factors that contribute to the research tool being used, such as the area of research, research objectives, the context, resources available, limitations, and the research team. The capturing of data, coding of information, and editing of results are part of information gathering. The information has to be sorted through these steps before you can determine what is useful for the purpose of your research. Capturing of data is the collection of information from various sources. Coding of information is the sorting of information into different categories. Editing of information is the review of the information that was gathered, while ensuring that the correct information for the specific report was collected and included. Evaluation and analysis of research information is done after the relevant information has been gathered. The researcher has to analyze the information to answer the original research question. The research report should follow a specific format and should include the cover page with the name of the research title and the name of the authors, a table of contents, a preface, a list of acronyms and abbreviations, a list of tables and figures, an executive summary, an introduction, the body of the report, which is numbered in sections, the bibliography, and lastly, the appendices. We have come to an end of our unit standard. Please ensure that you go over your learner guide to cover all the topics in detail and to see the different examples.